watershed. You are watching KP Watershed on the YouTube. It's the KP Watershed channel, or it's nothing at all. And I think you should click subscribe.
Hello, YouTubers and YouTubies, and thanks for coming back for episode 11. And I am so excited for this episode. I've been looking forward to it all week because I've got a special guest, Big Man Tyrone. Let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to this interview. Joining me now for the first time, and hopefully not for the last time, from the happiest channel on planet Earth, Big Man Tyrone. Big Man Tyrone, it is such a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed watching so many of your videos. I recently watched all your Q&As, and those were great. You know, usually I don't watch YouTube videos that are longer than 10 minutes. Those ones are 30 minutes long, but I'll tell you, those 30 minutes fly by. Those videos are so great. And, you know, there's so much in there. Those inspired me to sign up on Fiverr. The YouTube advice and insight is great. And so my first question is about those Q&A videos. Did you produce those yourself? The credits mentioned Dignity Media. Was there a team behind it, or was it just you solo?
Well, as you know, because I'm an entrepreneur, I've got several different businesses going on. So Dignity is actually part of my other company, Dignity Enterprises Limited, which does, amongst other things, media, recruitment and things like that. So yes, it was a team behind it. But the creation of the entire concept was my concept.
Got it. Well, you and the team did a great job. And I'm going to put a link right here in the video. If you have not watched Big Man Tyrone's Q&As, click this link, watch those, and then come back. We'll still be here. I'm going to skip over all the basic questions that you cover in the Q&As and get to the good stuff. In the first Q&A, I think it's so awesome how you openly share your thoughts about YouTube and about Fiverr and your business strategy, the whole cold calling 20 businesses a day. It's brilliant in its own right. And I think you're also so right when you talk about the gap in the market for internet content and voiceovers. It's so interesting. You recorded that about a year ago. Do you think that's still true, that there's a gap in the market?
There is a gap in the market. Now, as I speak, if you go to any of the platforms that offer video, so if you go to say Fiverr.com, for instance, you would find that gentlemen doing videos, ladies that are doing videos, are really at the moment swamped with orders. You would see someone that has got 46 orders in queue. Now, at one point, I had 387 orders in queue. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that people are looking onto videos now at the moment. It means video marketing has now come to the fore of marketing, both offline and online. And anyone that is not doing anything, substantial at the moment, anyone that's going around and saying there are no jobs, how can I get a job? As long as you can put your mouth to a microphone and your face to a camera and speak, go get yourself registered on Fiverr.com or any other platform. Set up a website. I don't care how you do it. Offer those services and see the money rolling.
It's so easy. Yeah, it's great advice. Let's talk about YouTube for a second. Do you follow anybody on YouTube? Who on YouTube's videos do you like to watch?
Oh, of course, YouTube is a labyrinth of positive and negative material as well. So yes, I do watch quite a lot of things on YouTube. Now, at the moment, my son, little man Tyrone, watches a lot of games online, and I watch with him as well. We watch PewDiePies, we watch snipers, Boston cappers. But of course, we watch Gaming with Jen. We watch Stampy Longhead's gaming channel, Smosh Games, Toby Games. We also watch Ivan Tube. So yeah, a huge variety there, a plethora of channels out there, and very, very interesting ones too that anyone watches, and I'm not left out of the fray.
Absolutely. Yeah, I watch more YouTube these days than television, to be honest with you, including your channel. Now, you call yourself a YouTube celebrity, and I think that's totally fair. I would call you a YouTube celebrity too, but I think you've got a bit more credibility to help answer this next question. What do you think defines a YouTube celebrity? Is it a certain number of followers? Is it a certain degree of recognition? What do you think qualifies someone to be a quote-unquote YouTube celebrity?
I think it's all of that and more. You know, someone that has gained recognition in the YouTube community by virtue of the numbers of subscribers that they've had, the numbers of views, and the influence, you know, the impact that they've had on the entire community could be called a celebrity. And I'm thinking right now of, you know, guys like, you know, PewDiePie. We're thinking of James Nintendo Nerd. We're thinking of Kid Roll, aka Justin Bieber. As you know, Justin Bieber rose to instant fame when his, you know, YouTube videos, you know, began to be, you know, to become popular. You got Fred, who was the very first guy to hit 1 million subs. You got Michelle Phan, the famous makeup artist. You got Shane Dawson with his food porn, you know, Epic Meal Time. And of course, you got Jenna Marbles and a host of other, you know, YouTubers out there actually taking YouTube by the scruff of the neck. Now, in the case of Big Man Tyrone, I don't consider myself a celebrity of the size of PewDiePie, who has got almost a whole nation on his YouTube channel. But what I think has, you know, what I think has, you know, really brought me to the fore is my willingness to become all things to all YouTube subscribers. So I've been the one that has made, I would say, the most channel intros than anyone else on the planet. You know, I was just counting, you know, the other day, and I've done something like 800, you know, channel trailers, and that is an enormous number of trailers to do for one person. So the fact that I've been loved and accepted by this community, and the fact that I've also had a bit of influence also in the anime community, on the Reddit community, and so on, shows that people are beginning to accept me. Some have said that I'm king of the internet now. It's a very big title to confer on someone. It's a massive.
That's a nice title. Yeah. It's well deserved. You know, it doesn't happen by itself. It happens, as you said, through, you know, putting out lots of videos and hard work and customer service and being faithful to the communities that discover you. I want to ask a question about Fiverr. So a portion of your business is the testimonial videos, and one of the types of testimonial videos that you offer that interests me is where you will dress up as a doctor for a testimonial. And I can imagine there are times where that serves a very good cause. Like, I think you made a video once to raise awareness about Ebola prevention. But I'm wondering, has there ever been a time when you've turned down a job for ethical reasons? Like, for instance, like, would you turn something down if it was for a medicine that didn't work or a treatment that wasn't effective? Or does that factor into your decision making or not?
It happens every day. Now, if you look at just my Fiverr page, you would see that I've cancelled quite a number of orders. Now, there are several reasons for this. Somebody comes up sometimes and asks me to do a porn video, and I definitely would say no, I don't do it. Because I'm a married man, I'm a father, I've got kids, I've got to be an example. Now, somebody comes with a video and the language is really crass, and I say, sorry, the money is good, but I'm not going to do it. Somebody brings a video which is like 1,000 words and he wants to pay $5. I said, no, I can't spend all day shooting a video for $5 with 1,000 words. So there's a plethora of reasons why I can turn down videos, and I have turned down so many videos, not because I want to be cocky, you know, not because I want to be unpleasant or provide poor customer service. It's just that I've got my own ethos, I've got my own ethics that I have to abide by. Now, as time goes by, there are certain things that I could not say before, but which I'm saying now. The reason is because I have to review my strategy each time. The word cunt, for instance, I never used to say cunt because I thought to myself, my own connotation of cunt is, you know, is not a good thing. But then people explain to me that this is just a common appellation among YouTube fans joking with their friends, and I say, okay, if that's the case and if it doesn't offend anybody, then I can do videos and say cunt. So things like cunt, bastard, and so on, I now started saying them. So I think I'm becoming more and more flexible. But that notwithstanding, I stand by the fact that my videos have got to comply with my own ethos.
That makes sense. And yeah, I mean, you're always at risk of offending somebody on the internet, but as long as you're true to yourself, I think that is what matters. Is there one particular offer that you've turned down that's especially interesting or funny, or what comes to mind first as something you've turned down that would amuse our viewers out there?
There was something that a guy brought to me. There were two sex toys, very extraordinary looking sex toys. One was of a black lady and one was of a white lady. Now, the sex toys were extraordinary in that they were actual live sex toys. So you're thinking of a kind of a mannequin, life-size mannequin, but then designed to show the behind of the white girl and of the black girl. And I was supposed to say on video that when I feel lonely, I make love to these dolls. And honestly, KP, you know, this is it was so disgusting. You know, he kept adding the money. He kept saying, okay, I'll give you $400. Okay, I'll give you $600. I said, look, it's not about the money. It's about the ethics of it. I can't just put my face in between, you know, two butts like that and sleep at night. You know, it's just not ethical. It doesn't sync with me. There's a problem of resonance here. It was, you know, it was very, very, very dissonant, if you like.
Gotcha. Hey, $600 though. Send them my way. I might do it for $600. Hey, so Big Man Tyrone, if let's say Hollywood is going to make a movie of your life, the Big Man Tyrone story, what actor would you choose to play you? And you can't say I would play myself.
I need to really understand what you're asking again. If I had to do a video of my life.
So Hollywood's making a movie, the story of your life.
Yes.
What actor would you choose to play the role of Big Man Tyrone?
Oh, you know, and that actor won't be me.
It can't be you. That's the one rule.
All right. Well, if the one rule is not be me, if the one rule is that it wouldn't be me, what am I thinking now? Well, you know, I'll be thinking in the lights of, you know, Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
You know, Denzel Washington.
That's a good choice. Sure. I can see that.
I'm not sure. This question has taken me unawares. Actually, I'm not sure. But you know, again, you never know. You could try Brad Pitt.
Sure. I think Brad Pitt could pull it off. It may be a tough role for him, but he could probably do it.
No.
I'm glad I got you to laugh. I think you got one of the best laughs on the internet. So that was my main goal of this interview, was to get you to laugh at least once. So I feel good that I've gotten to do it at least one time.
Thank you.
So speaking of acting, Big Man Tyrone, can you do any accents?
Well, I'm not very, very good at accents, but I must say I admire people that do all these impressions, you know. Something that quickly comes to mind is, you know, because I'm in the UK, I can try to do like an Irish accent, you know. Can you just give me 10,000 pounds right now, please?
That's pretty good. Not bad. That might be a new one to add to Fiverr.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Big Man Tyrone Irish accent video. All right. Here's another question I didn't give you ahead of time. You get a phone call tomorrow, and it's the CEO of Google, and he says, Big Man Tyrone, you can change any one thing about YouTube, any one thing, but you have to tell me right now what it's going to be. What would you change?
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, I think first of all, you know, YouTube, as you know, is a multi-billion-dollar company that was founded by 3 guys and then, you know, eventually bought over by Google Inc. And Google has put in an enormous amount of work to reform the platform over the years. They've fine-tuned it and they've made it a very secure site. So there's really very little that comes to mind, you know, in my own case. I think what might need to be changed is the copyright, you know, rules. So say if someone had a strike, for instance, that it should be possible for someone to get in touch with the Google team quickly and get the problem solved. I had a strike recently where a young man got a video on Fiverr.com. He said I should do a video, you know, for him about a product. And you know, he said I should go ahead and put it on all my social media sites, which I did. Put it on YouTube. And the next day I get a call from him to say, why did my video go onto YouTube? I said, but you asked me to put your video on social media. Now, next thing I know, he reports me to YouTube. and I get a strike. And as you know, the strike stays on the account for about 6 months, which means that during the 6 months I cannot upload scheduled videos. I have account restrictions. And this just really got me angry, because I do everything to be ethical. But the process of getting that appeal underway, getting in touch with Google Inc. or YouTube, because it's the same company, and getting that resolved is so cumbersome that you just prefer to leave the strike there. So if they could streamline that process, so the appeals process is faster, that's what I would change.
Interesting. That's a really interesting answer. I thought you might just say that you would give yourself 50 million more subscribers.
Oh no, I think I have to earn that.
So my next question is about your Q&A number 2 video. And there was something you said in there that I thought was a bit controversial. I was a bit offended by it. You came out as being anti-breakfast. You said you don't eat breakfast very often. You don't really like breakfast. For me personally, I am a lover of breakfast, especially the English-style breakfast that you guys do out there in London. So, Big Man Tyrone, why do you hate breakfast?
Well, first of all, my apologies to yourself and all breakfast lovers on the continent. I know it's a continental breakfast. That's what they call it, isn't it? I went to Romania when I went for the Otaku Festival, and I was surprised, really pleasantly surprised, when I went into the restaurant there, and guess what I found for breakfast? An English breakfast, So breakfast is a very important meal of the day. That's a meal that gives you your oomph, if you like. Is what gives you your initial energy and sets your day going. And most people take it and love it. But, it's not just for me. First of all, I sleep a lot and I wake up late, That's one thing, I wake up very late. I'm in no hurry to wake up late. First of all, because I don't work for anybody. I work for myself, so I can wake up when I choose. Second thing is that I don't have much time, to sit down at the table and wait for my wife to, and my wife is very elaborate when she cooks. She wants to, do the, omelette and serve it here and put a little roast flour here. And I just don't have time for those niceties, I want to get on with my day. And so I just get up and go. So it's not really that I am an enemy of breakfast as such, but I just don't have the time to do it often. But as I say, go ahead and get your breakfast. It's a good thing to do. Don't feel guilty about it.
All right, fair enough. I'll take it. You know what my favorite video is of yours?
No.
It's the Doritos and Mountain Dew video.
Oh.
You know that one? I can't watch that one and not laugh. And Doritos and Mountain Dew, what's not to like, right?
Now, and that video, it was actually an idea given to me by my good friend Lex Phantom Hive, who is a YouTuber out there, but also an international cosplay artist that I met personally in Bucharest, in Romania 2 years ago. Now, this guy is absolutely awesome in his conception of videos. He's done about 2 videos on my channel as well. Tyrone is best MLG player. You've seen that video, tens of thousands of views also. So it was his idea to just eat Doritos and say nothing.
Interesting. I was wondering if that was an original or if someone had submitted that idea. Okay, good to know. I'll put a link to his channel right here. Click here and you can check out his channel too. All right, before we call an interview, I was hoping we could play a very quick word association game. You know how this works? I'll give you a word, like I'll say mountain, and you say the first thing that comes to mind. Like you could say do, or I say Michael, and then you say Jackson or Jordan. Make sense?
Let's try, but I'm not a very clever man, so let's hope that I do well.
Just say the very first thing that pops into your mind. All right, you ready?
Right?
Ice.
Did you say ice?
Ice, yeah.
ICE.
Yes,
but hello. No, I didn't catch the first one. Did you say ice?
Ice, yes, like frozen water.
All right, I'll say iced tea then. Actor.
That works. All right, you're doing well so far. Number 2, New York.
9/11.
London.
Cold weather.
Internet.
Celebrity.
Reddit.
Scumbags.
Happy. How about happy?
Go lucky.
Cheese.
Cheesy smile.
Big.
Big Man Tyrone, of course.
Of course. Gold.
Is it G-O-L-D or G-O-A-L?
G-O-L-D, gold.
G-O-A-L.
Oh, no, gold like gold medal.
Or like the metal.
I guess I gave you the answer for that one. All right, last one. Last one is YouTube.
Movies.
There you go. All right, nice job. Nice job with the word association game. All right, one last question, if you have just one moment more.
Yes.
If you could go back in time to the day before you posted your very first video on the internet, what advice would you give to yourself?
Well, the advice that I would give to myself is that I would need to have studied the community first of all and known exactly what the people wanted so that I could give them better content. Right now, people love my content, but I somehow wish that I had started off doing gaming videos as well, because people have always come back to me and said, Tyrone, why don't you do gaming videos? I guess I missed that, and it's something that we can correct in the near future with the help of all the gamers out there on YouTube, of course.
All right, good answer, and something that I'm trying to do myself. Hey, Big Man Tyrone, thank you so much for joining me here for this interview today. It's really been so exciting to speak with you after watching you on YouTube for so long.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope some of the viewers out there enjoyed this video and learned something new about you and YouTube and Fiverr and this exciting new culture that we're building.
Take care.
All right, folks, there you have it. How great was that? Big Man Tyrone here on the KP Watershed channel. How do we top that? Well, if you tune in to the next episode, you will see what we have in store. It's gonna be...